Hello, everybody, and welcome to Pronunciation Practice with me, Josh. So today's sentence is very simple and very short. It's not your job to like me, it's mine. Very true, right? In the end, we can't expect other people to necessarily like us or approve of us. But if we don't approve of ourselves, then we have a hard time in life. So, in other words, doesn't matter what other people think. It's my job to take care of myself and to like myself. So it's not your job to like me. It's mine. I'll remember that. Okay. So as usual, we're going to go through the 4 elements, starting with rhythm and phrasing. The rhythm is based on the lavender stressed marks, and we're going to tap them. The small black unstressed marks go in between, and they're very fast. The goal is to keep the lavender stress marks in an even rhythm frame, like this. It's not your job to like me, it's mine. It's not your job to like me, it's mine. 2 phrases here, very clearly. It's not your job to like me, it's mine. 2 phrases. If I just read it as, it's not your job to like me, it's mine, wouldn't make any sense. It would be hard for you to grab it. So phrase by phrase, we take in the whole meaning. It's not your job to like me. Yeah, okay. It's mine. One more time. I'm going to tap. You can tap with me if you want. It's not your job to like me. It's mine. Okay, so that is the rhythm and phrasing, and you can hear how clearly my voice outlines the phrase. It's not your job to like me. It's mine. Very clear phrasing. Okay, now we'll talk about the vowels. The stressed syllables represent the words with stressed vowels. Stressed meaning they're big and full and have to be fully pronounced. So those are the ones we tap. The little vowels in between are often small and compressed, so they're not fully pronounced. They're just a little open vowel space between the stressed words. The first vowel is ah. That is an open central vowel. Mouth is relaxed, just open. Ah. You have that in every language. Nod, nod. The second one is job. Ah, again, job. I will tell you briefly, I made your a lavender mark because in this case, you really have a lot of variation in how much stress you can put in. It's not your job to like me. I'm emphasizing it there. And if you emphasize it, it's going to become fuller and stressed. So that's why I made it pink. You could say it's not your job, da 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 da, which would be the normal situation, usually unstressed. It's not your job. But in the context of this sentence, it's not your job to like me, it's mine. I wanted to give it a little more emphasis. So job, again, is ah, open and relaxed. Then like, that vowel in the chart is right next to ah. It's pretty much starts with ah, but then it closes. It's a diphthong. I. You don't want to spread I. You want to really stay neutral and central. I closes to E. Then the last one, mine, same thing. I, mine. So we have I. Very simple. It's not your job to like me. It's mine. Now we'll talk about the consonants. It's. You have a T and an S. It's. I'll explain that now. The T and the S in it's are made with one tongue position. Usually T you touch up, S is down. So in this case, though, instead of it's one tongue position, this part of the tongue makes the T stop, and then it just releases, and the front of the tongue is already in position. It's. So it doesn't take a lot of movement. It's not your job. There's a T stop. I'll explain later. It's not your job. J. This is the sound of a consonant made of D and the voiced version of SH. Sh. Together, it makes j, like my name, Josh, job. So j, job. And then B is the lips, voice, job. Then T, job to, unvoiced, job to. But because B is voiced and the O is voiced after that, it almost feels like it's voiced, job to, job to. Then L, like, la, 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 la. Tongue touching up here. Middle of the tongue is low. And we press and we release, la, la. The important thing about L is the moment of release. It has a kind of a snap, la, like. It's not your job to like me. K is the back of the tongue rising up, touching the roof of the mouth and releasing. K, like, unvoiced. Then me, lips, nasal consonant. Mouth is closed, right? M. Voice has to come through somewhere, so it comes through the nose. M, me. Then we have it's again, it's. And then mine, M again, mama, voice nasal, finishing with N. N is also a nasal consonant, tip of the tongue, touching here, N, nose is open, mine. Now we'll talk about connection. So I already showed you it's, then not your, with that red line. The red line means T-stop. So T-stop is made when the end of a syllable after a vowel is followed by another consonant. We do not release it. We stop and we move to the next consonant. It's not your. So I'm not saying not. I'm not releasing it. That's called a T-stop. Very common. It's not your job. Your job to like me. Again, we're connecting the B to the T. Job to like me. Like me. Now we have a K-stop. There are 3 unvoiced stop plosive consonants. There is T, which we did, not your. There is K, like me. K is also a stop plosive unvoiced consonant. So like me, same thing. Like me, it's mine. The third stop plosive consonant is P, and we would have a P stop if I said lipstick. Lipstick. Stop talking. You hear that? Stop talking. So the 3 consonants, T, K, and P, make the stops. Okay, so we have it's mine. It's mine. It's not your job. Okay, so when we put it all together, it's not your job to like me. It's mine. I've demonstrated and explained these techniques very quickly. So obviously, the right thing to do would be to watch the video over and over, get the points, and then practice slowly yourself. But let's try it now. I'll say it once, repeat after me, and then we'll do it again. If you want to tap, that's helpful. We're starting on the upbeat. It's not your job to like me. It's mine. One more time. It's not your job to like me. It's mine. All right, thank you very much. If you'd like to learn more about all of these techniques, check out my online master pronunciation course. Thanks for coming. Short video today. And if you don't like me because I made it so short, that's not my problem. That's your problem. It's not your job to like me. It's mine. I still like myself, even though it was a short video. So thank you all and see you next time. Take care.